you, Jerry. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Roberto.
Hi, how are you? Are you good?
Hi, nice to meet you. You okay?
Hello.
Oh, you met Isaac before, haven't you? Yeah, okay. Good, very smart. Can we disconnect the umbilical and come on,
For me, it's another step in my motorsport career, and obviously a great opportunity for me to learn from this great team around me. Obviously, very, very experienced. Cupra Kiro is a new team this year, but the team itself has been in Formula E for a few seasons now. And Russell O'Hagan, the CEO of the team, Russell, I've known him for a very long time. He's known me since I was 16. Yeah, dating back to 2021. So it's nice to finally work together professionally and officially. I'm very excited for obviously this partnership to come about. A lot of hard work has been put into it, and for me it's another tool in my toolbox that I can use hopefully in my future careers. The goal for me is to be racing on the grid, and I'm working hard to earn that spot.
So we selected Bianca for our rookie program, knowing that she's a really talented young racing driver. She's making a lot of progress at the moment, and we're seeing a lot of development in not only her skills on track but also off track. So I think in general, when you meet people that are high achievers in life, you can really see some of their basic qualities straight away. She's very, very engaging, she's very hardworking, she's very dedicating. And I think what we've also seen, particularly since we've been at the track, is just how much of an ability she has to take on new information, to learn it, understand it, and ask a lot of questions.
Why? So it's been difficult, and obviously the lack of opportunities as well, being a woman in sport and not really having,
Yeah, growing up in Southeast Asia, I've always found the lack of opportunities was, the main things that killed most of, aspiring racers' dreams. We didn't really have lots of circuits. We didn't have the facilities nor the cars to accommodate our passion for motorsport. And I think, that is why I always found it difficult. And it is true, it is very unlike the Western countries like UK and Europe, where people karted for fun as a hobby because it was so accessible. So it was a struggle from the very beginning. Since day one, I knew it was going to be a struggle. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and my parents knew that as well. So they knew what they were in for, and they knew that it was going to be a tough journey. But they every penny they had to their names, they gave it to my racing and to me to pursue this dream. They supported and made those sacrifices. My dad was he was a overseas Filipino worker, so I didn't actually grow up with my dad. He'd always be working abroad and sending money back home to sustain for the family. My targets. We had quite a positive test in a Formula E women's test last year in Jarama, Madrid. We finished P3 in a very competitive grid, so I think that is experience I will be carrying forward and carrying over for the Berlin test, and I'm really looking forward to it. I want to be able to show my speed, because I do believe that with the right group of people supporting me and the right mindset and the right approach, I can put up a good performance. I just need to put it all together, and I know that I've got a great team behind me to help me do that. I think it's a sport where it's tough for both genders, that's for sure. Any difficulties I face, the opposite sex probably faces as well. The lack of funding and opportunities affects both genders, that's for sure. Being a woman, it's probably a bit tougher physically to withstand the G-force and the training required to physically drive these cars, because they are very heavy and they are very physical. And being a woman just means that I have less muscle mass.
And it is very difficult in all aspects, which makes it even more,
Yes, I've met Dan. I've heard of Dan multiple times. He's a renowned name in the paddock, and he's a great character. He's quite a peculiar taste, an acquired taste, I think. It's kind of like an exotic fruit. You either love it or you hate it and shake it. But no, he's a great character, and Obviously very experienced. He's a great driver. He's accomplished a lot, and he's leading the team and developing the car.